Tales of
The Fourfold Path.
brought to you by
Dungeons.
and Dragons. Anything here tempting you? I'm kind of partial to the whetstone. So she picks up the whetstone, looks at them to see if they have any reaction. They don't, so she takes it. Oh, that's cool. I'm wondering what's in that vial. It smells nice with the lavender, but I wonder if what's inside has a bit of an uglier odor. What if one of us opens it, then we can decide if anybody wants it based on what happens. No, I'm not really worried about that, but I do think I would like to take a look at that coin purse. How about I get that purse, open it up, however much money there is, I take half, and you guys can split the other half. Okay? I like your style. So, what do you think of my idea? Should we open the vial? Huh? Why don't you open it, Mr. Fancy? I kinda agree. I think you really want it. You just gotta be brave enough to see what's in it. As we sit there with our characters, Elwiz picks up the vial. He looks at it skeptically, but not really scared, and decides to peel away the lavender a little bit to see what's in there.
There's different ways to examine objects that you come across in the game. One is investigation. If you're looking to discern, like, where did this come from? You could roll a history check. Does this have some mystical quality to it? You could roll an arcana check. Does this have some herbal element to it? You have a nature check.
He wanted to see physically what it looked like inside, because there might be magical properties. If there were magical properties surrounding the whole vial, that might have affected everyone already. There wasn't something that happened just by handling the vial. It's the contents of it that are interesting.
You peel away some of that dried lavender wrap, and when you look inside, you see a clear liquid.
It's maybe some sort of alcohol or water. Let's do a arcana check. That's Elwiz.
A 12, 7 plus your 5 modifier. You spend a couple minutes studying it. Something about it seems familiar. Maybe one of the alchemical experiments that you may have run back at the
Academy School.
At the Academy, at the Silver Consortium. All of a sudden, it clicks. It reminds you of a potion of healing.
Oh.
Potions of healing, when you imbibe them, you're able to recover some hit points. It's a one-time use.
So knowing this, interesting. I think this is some kind of, I don't know exactly what this is, but I don't need to open it up to be confident that it's not something bad. I would just like to keep it. Whatever you want, as long as it's just one file. Cool. So now we've got ourselves an iron-bound journal. We have a coin with a curve on it.
It's a small silver disc.
Oh, a disc. The way you described it, I thought it was a coin.
It's like half the size of a Frisbee. It's a small silver.
You said disc. I was thinking of shape, not size. Okay.
Engraved with a curved line on it.
Engraved with a curved line. A disc?
Smaller than a Frisbee. It's like half the size of a Frisbee.
Like a torta. Yeah, how thick is it?
This big.
The curve goes across the middle? Like breaking it up?
The curve goes across the middle.
Okay, now I get it. That means nothing to me.
The way I would describe it is it represents the horizon.
Oh, interesting. I really want to see that disc. Let me check that out. Elwiz reaches in, picks up the disc, brushes off some of the dirt. Looks on both sides, sees that little curve that could be up or down or left or right.
As you're handling it more carefully, now you notice an upturned crescent.
So we got two curves opposite of each other, basically. And I know that Pal had a crescent. Crescents are so uncommon. Nobody has a crescent. Only one person, Pal.
Similar to before, there are certain things you can do to try to glean a little more information about it.
I assumed that when you told me about it, that was everything about it. But what you're saying is there's levels of examination. There's initial grabbing, looking. There's cleaning, making sure that it's in its best state possible to see things better. And then they're doing different things. Elwiz takes it, puts it on the ground and starts banging a rock on it.
Exactly.
He tosses it up in the air a few times, catches it. So the disc either has properties or has some purpose or value.
Straight up, you're able to observe that it is silver.
So it has value from the fact that it's silver. This is a pretty good chunk of silver here. I'm thinking that I hold on to it, but it's not mine. It's just something I'm going to make sure doesn't get stolen on the journey. And we can talk about how we want to cash things in later or split it up between us. Okay, guys, cool. Are we good with that? You're a funny guy. You can carry it. It's not that heavy, right? You're not going to hurt yourself, right? I got my medallion here. I'm good.
Just to be clear, you didn't want to do any checks on it.
I don't want to get in the habit of checking everything all the time. I don't
So
want to
there can
just.
be
I don't want to
occasions when you
be
do
like
or don't, or save it for
everything's
later,
magic.
right.
Everything, because everything could be magical, and I might miss something. That's part of life, and maybe I'll learn what is the general feeling and rule of thumb for how often to use certain spells or checks. I may be making mistakes, and over time I'll learn. I just feel like, hey, this is a disc. Mm-hmm. It may come in as a very handy weapon to throw at somebody, or we play a game of frisbee golf later.
Sign me up.
I do want to go on to the Curiosity of the Ironbound journal. Casernia reaches out before Elwiz can get his hands on it. Pal just reaches in and picks up the coin purse. She pulls the string to untie it if it was tied, and then loosens the bag to open and just dumps it out on her hand.
Several coin fall out along with one gemstone.
Oh, what color is the gemstone?
Okay. I need you to roll a 10-sided dice.
10-sided die. Here we go. I asked you what color it is, and I think I know what's going to happen now.
Now I need you to roll a 12-sided dice.
I was wrong. I didn't know what was going to happen now. Yay, I love being wrong. Oh, that was a pretty good roll.
You see that it is a tiger eye. It's brown with a golden center.
So is it a literal tiger eye, or that's the name of it?
Like a tiger eye gemstone, not a literal tiger's eye.
Turned into petrified stone.
Exactly.
It's a magical world. What do I know?
And it's worth 10 gold pieces.
Holy moly.
There's the tiger eye gemstone, worth 10 gold pieces, 12 copper pieces.
Okay.
You see 7 silver pieces.
Okay.
And 3 gold pieces.
So she said, I'll take half, and then you guys can split the other half together. She doesn't think they saw everything that came out of the bag. They saw a flash of sparkling, of shining, but nothing really obvious. So she believes she could get away with having them make a decision. So sleight of hand is a one-way thing where they either succeed or don't. Deception can be countered by
Insight. The counter to sleight of hand is perception.
There's a counter to everything.
If you want to play it.
You're throwing a lot of things that are really cool at me that are going in directions I'm not thinking or nothing obvious, which is great. So I'm trying to do the same for you. I've got all the stuff in my hands. Here's some of the coins. Would you like to split all of this or what's in here? She's not trying to be completely deceptive, but she wants to have fun with it.
Right.
Because they may have noticed there was some sort of gemstone or not. I don't know that they saw exactly what it was. Maybe they did. Is it something you can determine for me, Elwiz and Casernia did or didn't notice all the coins and the gemstone exactly?
Yeah, I can step in and do that.
Or is it always typical that those kind of things are answered by the dice?
In D&D, for the chance that dice...
It makes it more fun.
More random and more fun.
For example, it's not a bad thing to use sleight of hand. I don't want to waste one.
Skill checks, you can do them all the time, anytime.
So Pal just did her thing. If I were to continue dialoguing between them, it wouldn't make sense right away because I want to know first what it is that Elwiz and Casernia saw or didn't see if I use sleight of hand. And then the dialogue can go from there. I wanted to make sure
that makes sense.
I'm going to
pick up where Pal left off. I'm going to do a sleight of hand with Pal to see if she was able to grab them into her hands without them really noticing what it was.
So a 17, and you'll notice there's a -1, and that has to do with Pal's dexterity being a little on the lower side.
Oh.
And so the net roll is a 16, which is still a good roll if Elwiz and Casernia, as they were probably watching to see what comes out of this coin purse, they would be rolling your perception check to see what they're able to observe.
Ooh.
Oh. So Elwiz rolled a 17.
Okay, let's see Casernia. This is too funny. Huh?
Casernia rolled a 9. Okay, as you play out the scenario of Pal 16, Elwiz rolled a 17, and Casernia rolled a 9. So I'm going to describe to you a little bit, and then you can kind of go from there. Sure. Elwiz did see
exactly
how many coins fell out. Elwiz is able to observe there's around 20 coins that fell out of the purse. Elwiz also saw that gemstone fall out.
Sure.
Casernia saw some coins fall out, did not see the gemstone.
I was hoping they both wouldn't see it. Okay. Pal was hoping they both wouldn't see it.
Right, exactly.
Because it's a game, right? It's deception, but honest deception. Pal is saying I'm hiding something.
And I love the way you put that, because remember, Pal is coming from a place of devout martial strength, right? And it doesn't mean that Pal is super stoic and stern and disciplined all the time. Pal's got this a little bit of a fun streak to want to do.
She was gambling at the...
Exactly.
So this is her way of being playful, but not lying. I don't care. Just whatever you're showing is good, because I don't really know. What are you talking about? Did you see that big-ass gem? What are you smoking? I want some. You guys are too funny, too funny, too funny. All right. I'll show you what I got. Ding. Oh, there's the camera. She had to show it because Elwiz knew.
Could have tried not to, but...
Try not to, but she decided not worth it.
Yeah.
So what I said earlier, I didn't hear any complaints. Pick whichever hand you want. Okay? I'm trying to sing, but I'm so focused on this gemstone, it's hard to sing. So what do you think, Casernia? Should we let her keep the nice gemstone, the tiger eye? Because you're carrying that disc around with you. I think the tiger eye will be in safe hands. Even though it's hers, we don't want it to get lost. And she'll figure out a way to keep it safe, so go ahead and keep it, Pal. And we'll split the rest. And thus, Pal got a gemstone. Oh wait, Elwiz has something to say. Fine, let her keep it. I got this vial of cool stuff, and I'm sure it's going to be worth way more than that eventually. Not that I'm competing or I'm greedy or anything. So they split everything up except for the book. The way you described it, it's a standard-looking iron cover journal.
A well-protected travel journal. So the iron binding helps make it more sturdy for travel.
Right, because not everyone would carry a bound iron cover journal around with them necessarily.
Correct. It is weather damaged. Like, it's not necessarily just because it was sitting in this pack and however long this body was sitting there.
It looks old,
It looks weather beaten.
Casernia needs water. I got water. Let's talk about this journal. Just like the medallion, I do believe there might be something here you don't want to open right away. I'm willing to open it and look at it and see what it is first, because I can absorb dark energy without getting hurt like you guys would. I want to protect you. And also, that is some cool looking iron cover. She reaches down and grabs it, picks it up, looks at it closely, turns it around, wipes it off because there might be some dirt or whatever on it because it's been around, like you said, and weathered. So she cleans it off. Does she see anything more by cleaning it?
There's nothing else. There's no markings or other distinctions on the outside.
Okay, fair enough. And the clasp is easily opened. based on what you said earlier, I want to do a Arcana check.
Go for it. Yeah, you can.
Okay. So when I do these
you might hear
rolls-
me say Arcana, Arcana.
Because arcane is the
Tomato.
other word, right? Arcana.
Oh yeah.
Right? Arcana, Arcana.
Oh, I dig it. You say it how you want to say it.
Can I just roll it and not even tell you, and then you just see what I did? Is that fun for you if I just do that? Like, I say, for example, I just say, okay, I'm looking at the book, and then I click. I don't say I clicked. And that was a horrible roll.
Describe your intention.
Oh, I have to
'cause
anyhow,
if you-
because if we're sitting around a table, you wouldn't know what the hell I was rolling for if I didn't say it.
Correct.
Rolled, and that was a terrible roll, but she has a +4, so she got 5.
There's nothing about it that smells or indicates to you that there's anything magical about this journal.
And is that because I didn't get a high roll, so I can't tell? Or is it because I got a high enough roll and that is what is the case?
You don't know. You could figure out that a low roll in a situation like this is not good compared to
That's what I
something
mean.
that you might need to learn.
So you're saying there's always information available about things, but I don't
Maybe
get
not.
it.
Maybe
Oh.
not. There's not always.
All right, here we go.
As you flip the book open,
Boom.
explodes in your face. I'm kidding. You notice right away that several entries, especially near the beginning as you start to kind of flip through, are completely illegible. Like water has seeped in,
got it.
dirt. And,
At one point they were
and-
legible, but not now.
At one point they were. However, there are some entries half legible. It's written in Common. There's different species and languages that you might come across. This is written in the language of Common. On your character sheet, in the lower left-hand corner, there's languages.
Common, Elvish, Giant, Infernal. So she starts to read a few of the entries out loud.
So the first entry, this one's titled Fading Fields at the top of the page. And this is Casernia reading out loud or to herself first?
She just decided to go for it and just read out loud to everyone.
The gray rot spreads faster than I feared. Soil turned soft as ash beneath the hooves by the old well. No birdsong here now. Something that's illegible goes down the line. Even the wind feels thin. If it reaches the road to Verbabonk, we'll all be breathing dust before harvest.
Wow.
Something else you notice on this page, there's a margin note, like sideways. It's nearly erased, but you can make out some of these words. The locals whisper, the gray takes what it's owed, ...
Wow.
Foolish talk.
Sounds like something real bad.
I'm praying to my deity that none of this happens to me. Hey guys, I think we need to focus on getting to where we're going, and I'm kind of concerned. There's something going on that needs to be dealt with. So Casernia looks further into the journal.
The first thing was flipping through and just seeing the state of all the entries.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Passed through Hamlet to restock. The trader's name, and then it has an R and a question mark. Said he could get samples moved discreetly. Warned me not to speak of it too loudly. Too many ears at the inn these days. Still, he knows someone in Divers who pays well for curiosities.
And there's more?
That's it for that section. The next bunch. My horse refused to drink from the stream. I'll make for the outpost at dawn, but the fever's worsening. If I can reach Hamlet, perhaps the priest will listen. Okay, and in the very last section, the words are blurred out and some of the pages are warped. A few lines remain legible. Met a cloaked scholar near the ruins east of Hamlet. Claims the gray is drawn to power.
Someone in the ruins east of Hamlet. Okay.
The good news is that's the end of the journal. The bad news is that's the end of the journal.
I might need to get real with you guys. My abilities may be needed soon to battle this thing at a bigger scale. I'm glad you have that confidence. I actually am pretty prepared myself. We can be ready for whatever is going to come at us next. And you can tell I'm talking in a more serious tone, so this is serious. We're going to have to use all of our abilities at some point. But for now, let's put our stuff down and relax a little bit because
Doom, doom, doom.
I need some rest.
Doom, doom, doom. Doom, doom, doom.